Let's be honest. If you see another AI announcement cross your feed, your eyes will probably glaze over. We are completely buried in new models. Google alone has shipped 5 major AI updates in just the last 6 months. It is impossible to keep up. The latest drop is Gemini 3.5 Flash. But instead of focusing on benchmark scores or marketing claims, let's look at what it actually does. Most of us don't need a record-breaking supercomputer to get through our inbox. We need tools that remove friction from basic administrative work. A model's utility comes down to whether it actually saves you time on a Tuesday afternoon, regardless of its engineering benchmarks. To figure out if it will, we first have to decode Google's naming conventions, because they are undeniably confusing. Right now, there are 3 main tiers to know. Up top are the Pro models, built for complex reasoning but slow and expensive. At the bottom is Flashlight, for high-volume developer processing on a budget. That leaves Gemini 3.5 Flash in the middle, engineered as the default engine for everyday consumers. This middle tier provides the specific balance of intelligence and speed required for the repetitive administrative tasks that fill a typical workday. Google is building this model for what the industry calls Agentic AI. That means moving away from a standard chatbot that just answers questions and moving toward an assistant that executes tasks on its own. On the left, our current workflow: ask a question, get a response, then copy-paste text into an email. On the right, Agentic workflow: give a single command to research, draft an email, and book a calendar. The model completes the chain in the background automatically. To get that kind of speed, you have to relinquish control. You have to trust the machine to execute your work without constant supervision. And if the AI hallucinates a detail during the research phase, that mistake automatically flows into the email it sends and the meeting it books. The time saved by using Agentic AI comes at a specific cost. You must trust the machine to act entirely unsupervised. But Gemini Flash's autonomy doesn't happen in a vacuum. It requires tight integration into Android, Gmail, and Google Docs. To make this work, you have to funnel your daily digital workflows exclusively through Google's specific suite of tools. This gives the AI native visibility into your work. It sees your emails and calendar directly, removing the need to manually upload files for background information. The trade-off here is a loss of platform independence. You are relying on Google's data infrastructure, allowing it to monitor exactly what you are doing. Achieving this level of digital convenience requires a full commitment to the Google walled garden. This matrix compares Gemini 3.5 Flash against ChatGPT 5.2 and Claude Opus. Flash is free, avoiding premium subscriptions. It wins on speed and cost, easily outpacing competitors in standard coding and office work. But for reasoning depth, Claude and GPT 5.2 dominate. Flash struggles with complex logic. Claude Opus remains the better choice if you need to analyze dense academic papers or review 50-page legal documents. And if you are doing top-tier creative writing, OpenAI's GPT 5.2 still delivers noticeably better prose. Unless your daily work frequently hits that upper reasoning limit, paying for a premium AI subscription is likely an unnecessary expense. Mapping this out on a chart shows how choosing an AI now depends on where your specific workflow sits on the grid. If you are a power user whose job depends on peak analytical intelligence, your needs sit far right on this axis. You should skip Flash entirely. Keep paying the premium for models like Claude Opus or Gemini Pro to guarantee the highest reasoning quality. But what if you are a professional dealing with app switching fatigue and endless administrative chores? Gemini 3.5 Flash is your definitive choice. You are trading a slight edge in intelligence for a reduction in daily friction. There's also the developer trying to build applications. For that group, the Flash API hits the sweet spot, providing high-volume access that won't strain your operational budget. We have to stop viewing AI as an all-knowing oracle that we visit on a separate website. It is transitioning into a utility, running quietly in the background of your operating system. Gemini 3.5 Flash proves the next phase of this technology belongs to the assistant that seamlessly disappears into the work you are already doing.